Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I'm your host Rana Muhammad Kashif and you are watching my YouTube channel Positive People Commission. In today's video, we will learn how to merge our data frames in R. So what is a data frame? Data frame is the most common data structure in R, which is very powerful, in which data is represented as a rectangular data type, which is represented as rows and columns. So in this video, we will learn how to merge our data frames in R, and there will be three ways I'll be teaching to how to merge our data frames in R. So watch till end and stick to the video, and let's move to our R Studio. So right now I'm at my R Studio screen. The first one is that I'll be merging two data frames which have same columns. So let me just print out these two data frames, first part and the second part. You can clearly observe that these two data frames have different number of years but have same number of months. So what I want to do, I want to add these rows to the first part or add the rows of first part to the second. So I'll be combining or adding rows. So what is the way to do it in R? So new will be, I'll be using rbind. So if you want to know about what is rbind, you can simply go to its help and learn more about rbind from the R help. So for right now, I'll be using rbind and I'll be combining first part and the second part and enter, and if I print new, you can clearly see that now my data frames have been merged. So it was pretty simple. Years from the first part were 1941 49 to 1954 and 55 to 60, and now I have a full data frame from 1949 to 1960. So that was pretty cool. For the second part of this video, I'll be using merging data frames in the second type, where we have same number of rows but having different columns. So in the first part, it was other way around and we were combining rows. In this part, we will be combining columns which have same rows. So let just print out first that how our two chunks look like, first part 1 and the second part 1. I've just in first part you can see that I have years from 1949 to 1960 in both parts. I have 12 values, but in the first part I have data from January to June, and in the second I have data from July to December. So what I want to do, I want to combine this second part with the first part. So what I will do, so in this case, let me just name this new data frame as new one is assigned as, in this way we will, in this type we will use cbind, and cbind is used to combine columns. If you want help, you can simply go to R help to check out cbind, and cbind will be combining first part 1 and second part 1. So you will see that in the new one we have all the months data in the single data frame. So it makes our life easier for the consolidated data analysis. And in the final and the most important type is the last one, where we have same number of columns, same number of rows, but we want to merge data based on some unique IDs. So I have these two data frames. I've named these data frames as ID1 and ID2. If I go there, ID1, both have same number of IDs, ID 001 to 006, both data frames, but they have different January, February, March, April, May, June and July to December values in these two data frames. I can also use cbind in this case, but what if we have different number of IDs? So in this case, I want to merge using different number of IDs, so that you can learn another way how to combine or how to merge different data sets, different data frames. So new 3, let me just name it new 3, is merge. We will use function merge
If you want to know more about merge, you can simply go to our help and go to its documentation, and also go through some example to have a better understanding. Merge, what are my two data frames, id1 and id2, and I want to combine by within inverted commas. I have id column. Id column is common in both data frames, so I would be merging by id. And if I print new 3, and I will have the complete set of values from 001 to 006 for all months.
So that was it for the video. In this video, we learned how to merge our data frames without using any libraries, because sometimes our data frames are in chunks and available in different variables and stored in different variables. So I think this video will help you out in merging your data frames. And thanks for watching the video. Till in the next video, it's Allah Hafiz and goodbye from me.